Cheto, every time you ask, it adds another 5 minutes. I kid. I'm just like super late. What is up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. I haven't actually live streamed in so long. I feel like all my settings are broken. So hopefully I sound good. Hopefully the music's not too loud. Hopefully I look okay. I mean, besides the fact that I look the way I look, I mean that the video's good. I can't change this. I can't change this. This is how I was born. Good stuff. Good stuff. What is up, Cheto? Anyways, aside my jokes, yes, I should have actually opened it with, what's up, guys? Happy Mashoko Mondays. Or I should have done happy Friday live streams. I'm actually considering doing Friday live streams instead of Thursday. I don't know yet, though, because Thursday is always, like, my weakest day, but I might add something else to Thursdays. Just do Frieren on Friday, and then do live stream. And I keep, like, every time I go to live stream, legit, every time I'm like, I'm going to do live stream this day, something comes up. Either like yesterday, literally I had like 3 hours of sleep and then like a bunch of crap came up. And so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not live streaming yesterday. And I've been doing that for like the last 3 weeks. Like I keep wanting to do this live stream and stuff happens. So I'm like, I don't care that I did 2 videos already today. Technically I made one yesterday night and then posted this morning. And I just need to do a live stream. So turn it on, see how things go, and hang out with people. I need this more than anybody. Live streams are always great. I'm always like, sometimes I fear like I'm not gonna be able to do it, and then when I go to do the live stream, I have a lot of fun. So, anyways, Key, I don't even know if you're still here because I think he posted it like a long time ago when I first made the thing. So hopefully you're here. Jim Miguel, hope you're doing well. Happy Mashiko Monday. Sky, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Patches, how you doing, Patches? Hope everything's well. It is totally a Frieren Friday. It was a good episode today. I mean, it's not like anything crazy happened, but it was a nice breather. I thought I could do the streams. I used to like try to push like every week, but I was not creating enough content. Like I don't have live streamer brain yet. I would like to eventually do a lot of live streams, but typically when I want to talk about something, I make a video of it, and then I don't have anything to talk about in the live stream, so that's my problem. But probably when I get to the point where I don't have to make videos every day, and I could just like, not that I want to not make videos. I don't have to feel like I need to find something to talk about, do a video on something, then I'll probably have more ability to condense it to the live streams themselves, so yeah. I need a middleman? Who? Like, what do you mean by middleman? Stream looks fine. Audio only mode. It looks fine in audio only mode. You can't match Sea Dog stream disease. You too good for that? What is a Sea Dog stream disease? I know he does a lot of live streams. You just talk about like he just does too much of it. But yeah, for our stream today, we have... That's not... That's Roxy. That's a good thing, too. We could do this stream, too. I don't know why I have 2 cam and browsers. But apparently one is just Roxy's butt. But we have this one. I must have made another one for one of the live events. That is a good butt. Yeah, that is a good goddess butt. Yeah, by the way, I don't know if anybody's seen the video, but like right here is Roxy. She is here joining us. Edis right next to her. Edis kind of is in a scuff spot. I might have to move Edis. No, she's in a good spot. There's just a glare behind her. You approve the Roxy picture. I actually technically had her over here before, so I must have... I think she's right there. I don't know. Hopefully this is not a really inappropriate picture. I'm not sure why I would put an inappropriate picture in here, but I'm... Okay, yeah, there she is. So yeah, it's a copy of this one. It just, the browser's gone. I don't know how that happened. But that's fine. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, everything's scuffed right now. I just haven't streamed for so long. Everything's scuffed. And I had to fix the tier list, so I was late starting. Hold on, let me fix everything. There. That's less scuff. Alright, good. We're less scuff. Need to stream more often. Like I was mentioning earlier, I what's up, Brandon, by the way? I was doing that for a while, like every week, but then I started running out of things to do. I mean, it was fun just kind of just doing tier lists for the hell of it. Like, tier lists are so... I know that... I don't know if you guys don't like tier lists. I don't like tier lists, technically. I just find them as an easy way for conversation. So, make me a tier list, I'll do it. Just because it's fun. And it's a good way to talk to people, so... The Scuff King. What did you do with the Roxy suitcase stand? So there is a Rory Mercury. I don't know if you guys know the Rory Mercury figure. It has her with the axe that's behind her from Gate, by the way. She has that big polearm behind her, and it's going into a rock, and then it kind of has her kind of floating on the rock. Well, I put the suitcase on top of the rock. So Rory's behind her, and the suitcase is sitting on the rock. So it works. I mean, it's not like it's going to scuff the rock. Tier lists are super fun. I like, but now I care only for gushing and witch priest. We'll see where those two actually land. But yeah, I would actually like to do more live streams. I think I'll be able to now because things are kind of settling down. This last month and a half has been nuts because it's literally year-end stuff, best of the year, deliberations, all that kind of stuff, and then you have first impressions and all that kind of stuff. So finally, after this week, I'll probably be able to settle down finally. So next week should be finally me able to breathe. I'm gonna get started on this. We have 43 people. What is up, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for dropping by the stream. Dropping by the stream. Does that sound right? First time catching live. Keep up the great content. Thank you so much, Blaze. Hope you're doing well. We're completely destroying the rock's future value. Nuh-uh. No. I have a plan. I will sell it later. Probably to my brother, because he's been yelling at me to get the darn thing for forever. Chris, of all of my figures, Chris badly wants Rory. I've given him a lot of figurines, and that's the one I bought for myself, and he still to this day wants it. And I bought it like, I don't know, 6-8 years ago. But no, I can actually put it on eBay and say that it was actually touched by the goddess. That's my plan. It's only her suitcase. I will put that in fine print, but it was still technically by proxy touched by the goddess. So, working right now, so can't chat, only listen. You just chatted, Cheto. Gotcha. I'll tell your boss later. I'm part of the Editors faction. Something about the feisty redhead. I also recently got a beach version. Great shading and detail. Yeah, that's what mine is right here. Or right here. It's hard to tell where exactly my finger is. I'm actually touching her butt right now. You're being NTR'd. I hope you like. Don't clip it. What is up, Key? What up, Adrian? Beach Edis better than Simple Roxy. That's not Simple Roxy. That's I'm happy and traveling Roxy. I'm going home Roxy. Being and out watching my VTuber. One of these days I'll make a VTube for myself, a little character to go right here just for you, just so that you'll actually watch me more. Touching butt on stream. It wasn't like physically. But yeah, I'm still waiting to see what other kind of edits has popped up. Roxy wise, I don't think I'll get the swimsuit one. I still kind of want to get the one from the novel series, Rudius, the one that Rudius made, the cast off, but I just don't. It just doesn't look like her. Just like the beach one doesn't look like her. Anyways, wrong way to use healing magic. Let's start kicking things off. Andrew gushing over Roxy's body. Gushing over magical girls. It's a magical girl. Healing. What's up, Duhalt? Late as always. Bodyguardy late as we call it these days. Vincent, what's up? Wrong way to use healing magic. I think it's like, this is a great start. Right in the middle. I think it's right in the middle. Vincent's calling it B. I think it's right in the middle. It's not doing anything like great, but it's not doing anything bad. It's just kind of right dead in the middle. I do appreciate the characters, especially the other two isekais. I think the chick is just great. Somebody actually called it. What's her name? Rika? I think it's Rika, I think, from Dynazenon. She's legit Rika. She looks like her and everything. She's got a little quirkiness to her, though. I know Stark's sad face. Stark, I feel bad for Stark every single episode. I love streaming the Crunchyroll Awards. You betcha. Oh, also, I will be probably streaming a lot more here soon. For those that know, there's something coming out at the end of this month. And as much as I have not been playing anything really much at all lately, there's something that I have to play. I will make the time to play it. It will probably affect my other content, but I have to play Final Fantasy Rebirth. I will be streaming that. I will unfortunately have to be on Twitch. I have heard way too many horror stories of people playing Final Fantasy Remake on YouTube and getting claims, and I think some people got strikes. So I will unfortunately have to refire up the Twitch channel. And so if you guys are not over there already, it's Otaku Spirited, ED at the end of it. And make sure to follow me over there. I'll be posting on the Discord when I go there, though. Stark had me rolling. I feel so bad for him. Tsukimichi. I'm a fake fan, unfortunately. I have not even started it. I haven't even started it, unfortunately. No, I did start it for like a couple seconds, and then I went to other stuff. But I'm confident it's going to be great. I'll just put it up here based on the first season. I think the first season, it's like between S and A. I'll put it in A for right now, but like I said, this is based on first season. I have not got a chance to start second season yet. Stream both on Twitch and YouTube from Twitch, Andrew. No, the problem with YouTube altogether is claims and strikes. It seems like there's a lot more music on this new one, and I'm sure whoever owns the music, not Square Enix, is probably going to be claiming and striking people. Unless they have a streamer mode. They could have a streamer mode. I'll have to look into that. If it has a streamer mode, I'll do it on YouTube. So it probably doesn't have a streamer mode. A is fine. Has a slow start. Yeah, it kind of. In general, you can do both. Did they finally get that? Did they finally get rid of the co-streaming for not partner? What's the other one? The first tier that you get into when you start actually getting subs. Did they finally remove the co-streaming from that? Chain Soldier. I think it's a B as well. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, animation-wise, quality-wise, but it's still kind of like a show where the story just kind of is... And most of the characters are just kind of... I find myself just more looking forward to what crazy thing the reward's going to be each episode. That's really where I sit right now, where it's like, it's just kind of an action show with good ecchi. But nothing really much more than that. It was a big disappointment for me, which was sad. Are you like a big Akame ga Kill fan? I'm at least enjoying it more than Akame ga Kill. And I know that's probably a bad thing for me to say. I bet I'm going to get hate for that one. I know for like the big partners, they were able to start doing co-streaming. Bottom tier character Tomazaki. I think it's going to be another A. What is the A? Tsukimichi's second season. Based on the first season. I haven't watched the second season yet. I just wanted to put it up here I think I'm going to go A with bottom tier. I would put it in S because I really like the characters. Like there's really no character I don't like in that show. Besides that stupid chick that was the bully in this first arc, Rika, whatever her name is. Erika. I love all the characters. I love the comedy. The only thing keeping it from an S for me is it's super cheesy at times. Like they don't feel like school kids. Sometimes they sound like psychiatrists, just some out of nowhere just starting to talk philosophically about people's feelings. It just feels weird. Pretty popular. Yeah, he's definitely popular. He got the makeover, and now he's like the Chad of the school. Watch the streamer Pirate Software, and he's on Twitch and always also doing on YouTube. Well, it's not a factor of like, can you do it? Yeah, you can physically do it. There's nothing keeping you from doing it. The thing is if you're gonna get banned for doing it. The comment about ending season 1 has not been addressed. Yes, I actually went back and double checked it because I wanted to make sure exactly what he said, and he does technically say, I'm going to do it gradually over time. So it does make sense that he's not jumping right into it. Like every time he talks to her, goes, okay, here's your next step. Like it almost felt like he was saying that I'm going to teach you now, and he was going to be at the blackboard. But no, he's like, I'm going to show it to you gradually over time. So I guess it makes sense that it's not like always in his mind. But it was, like I said, that was the whole thing that like really had me pumped at the end of the last season, was that he literally turned the tables on the girl. For those who don't know, the show is about this girl helping this like outcast guy like get popular. And so she's showing you how to communicate to people, how to confront people, how to be the person in the crowd, like speak up more, stand up straight, get yourself all cleaned up and everything. And he's making it more popular. And what they did at the end of the first season is he confronted her about why she does it. Like, she does it in order to become like the main character, but not necessarily because she wants to have fun in the world. She feels everything is basically a process. Everything's a status, and that you can't enjoy life. And so he's wanting to show her how to enjoy life at the same time of having all these friends and stuff. That's why we love a big plot point, I believe. Yeah. Like I said, it was what was like, holy crap, yeah. I haven't even started Kote. What was I setting the last season at? Probably like a B or C. I don't know. I really like Tsukimechi. I know it's going to be good, and so I haven't gotten around to watching it. But Kote, I haven't got around to it because I just did not like. I haven't been enjoying it, so I'm like, I don't even know if I want to keep watching it. I don't know. I'm not going to even rate it. I'm going to put it down here. It's still like super popular. Is anybody enjoying Classroom Elite? Like every time I talk to somebody about Classroom Elite, they don't like it. And it's like, why is it so popular when like I don't think I've run into anybody that's like, oh my gosh, it's S tier. Is there a single person in chat that Classroom Elite is at least an A tier? I don't like it either. Maybe it's just my crowd. Maybe it's I have an echo chamber against it. Maddox, what's your rank? What do you rank it at? Tier it at? Still like it? Elay, what do you rank it? Yeah, that's what I get is like what most people like the light novel. The light novel is super hugely popular, but I don't think anybody really cares about the anime. Maybe a B. I mean, B's fair. It's just kind of one of those things where I kind of just it feels like it's just not a good adaptation. And I keep hearing people say it's not a good adaptation. Like they change things and that its faults are because it's an adaptation that's not doing really well. A low A. I don't know. I'll still get the third season a shot, probably. Unwanted Undead. I'm not going to oversell it. I think it's a solid B. Like a high B. Like, it's a lot more enjoyable than I thought it would be. Guy gets turned into a skeleton and has to, like, evolve as a monster. It's a lot better than Berserker Gluttony. I know that's not a selling point. Like, hey, guys, you know Berserker Gluttony? What? Yeah, that show from last season. It's way better than that one. What's Berserker Gluttony? I don't know. Just don't ask. Solo leveling. I believe so. The adaptation seems to be not good. Low bar to beat is Berserker King. Yeah, that's what I mean is like, yeah, it's not really saying much when nobody even knows what Berserker Gluttony is. So leveling is fun. Solid B for me episode I've watched so far. C. What is people's take on solo leveling? Like, honestly, I feel like solo leveling from the get-go is getting a lot of hate, and I think a lot of that's because of the hype. And I forced myself to not get overhyped about it. Like, come into it as neutral as possible. And I think that helped me out because I don't think it's the greatest thing ever, but it's enjoyable. Like, it needs more Kitsune girls. Yes, it does. It needs mid B. I think that's fair evolution. A for me. Underwhelming so far. Like, I feel like it's not amazing, and I wasn't expecting it to be amazing, but it's enjoyable. Like, it's enjoyable. I'm not gonna give it like high praise. B, enjoyable but not B, but not great. It's B. Enjoyable but not great is B, or it's a B because it's enjoyable but not great. I'm kind of there. I'm like between A and B. I do admit Sawano Hiroyuki makes me want to put it higher. Second episode was really good. Third it's like it keeps going back and forth. That's the best way to put it. It keeps going back and forth. First episode, garbage. Yes, cliffhangers suck. I don't even call them cliffhangers. I just call them like bad spots to stop. Like, I don't even want to give them credit for being a cliffhanger. They're literally just bad spots to stop the show. But like the first episode was so blah. Like, I was like, wow, not good. Second episode was what I was looking for. Like, it's clever. It was a very clever episode with the whole idea of the commandments. Third episode, blah. Fourth episode, good episode. Fifth episode, blah. And I know this next episode is going to be incredible. Like, it just seems like it's going to be really good. So that's what I lose in the conversation in defense of the anime, because I'm only on the anime and not its original written source. Not enough time. 9 to 12 hours work almost every day. That's a tough one. And that was literally me before I quit my last job. I not advice, by the way. But yes, I was doing that literally 7 days a week. So I feel you. I'm sorry to hear that. Imagine the Bears don't see a problem. Story's good, but 20 minutes episodes are killing me. I'm gonna put it... I'm gonna put it in A for right now. I don't think I'm gonna really flood. I'm probably gonna have a lot of A's though, so it might get bumped down. But I'm gonna put it in A for now. I think it's solid enough. Low A for you? Yeah, that's pretty much me. Like high B, low A. The only shows I've liked so far is Gushing, God Tier, and Villainous level 99. There's yeah, those are two good ones. Spoiler. Working from home, doing systematic work, so more time now for anime. That's good stuff. For a while there during the whole like pandemic thing, I was working from home and it was really nice. So I didn't want to go back to the office. It was so much nicer. Being in your pajamas at work, it was so great. Shangri-La, I'm super far behind. Oh crap, I should have done it. What was it again? Fish Daddy, yes. The show about the Fish Daddy. I've still yet to figure it. Anybody in the chat can tell me what a Fish Daddy is. If anybody's, I don't know, I'm guessing it's an old person joke. I'm not old enough to get it. I mean, so far it's been a lot of fun. But I'm like 5 episodes behind. I'm like 5 episodes behind. I think it's right next to Solo. I think they're both kind of... Solo's more fun than anything, so... But the Fish Daddy thing kind of ruined it for me a little bit. If anybody doesn't know, what episode was it? I think it was episode 11. There's a dub, and like the one person leaves, the killer person that they recruit. They leave the room and they say like later loser or something like that. He's like, later bro, and then he turns and says, are you ready to go? He's like, yeah, ready, Fish Daddy. And it's like, what the heck is a Fish Daddy? The dub is special, I'm guessing. It's a great gamers show. It better than Solo Leveling? I mean, they do different things. They're like interchangeable for me, honestly. I think that so far with Shangri-La, which again is like 9 or 10 episodes that I watched, the only thing that kind of hurts it for me is that it's just a fun show. It doesn't really have like something in it. Like, that's why I'm so far behind is, yes, technically going into the winter season, I had to cover a bunch of shows and do first impressions, and I will get back to it, but I had no, like, desire to. Unlike, you know, Apothecary Diaries and Frieren, it's like, and even Undead Unluck, it's like I badly want to watch the episodes every week. Shingala's better than Solo. Add new tier, no score, and put everything that you can't score or didn't watch in it. I mean, I will eventually have to. Which again is like just this one and this one. Not yet watched. Orsid's watching this. Where's Orsid at? Yeah, Orsid's right here. No, there's 2 shows with Orstids in it. There's literally 2 shows with wannabe Orstids in them. Frieren and Sengoku Yoku. Both of these shows have wannabe Frierens in it. We have Werble and Frieren, which is just literally just a guy that has like Orstid's hair and a jacket like Orstid. And then in Sengoku Yoku, we literally have like this dragon dude, which, by the way, that scene was freaking like epic. Like super epic. Anyways, put these back. I think they're around there. You said it. Frieren and Apothecary Diaries top notch. Dude, I can't not watch those shows. Can't stop watching those shows. I don't know. Fluffy Paradise. I'm gonna put C. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not bad. That's the thing, Duhalt. Like, they managed to make that character like scary, and a few shows do that. It's the sound. I mean, you're getting me ahead of things. Fluffy Paradise is just kind of cute, but this like it's just nothing else. It's just nothing else. Unfortunately, it's just cute. It's comfy. Yeah, it's got the fluffy. It just needs a Shiba Inu, and then maybe it'll probably get better. But it's fluffy. Sasaki MP. I think it's a high B for me. B's getting filled, but I think it's a high B for me. I'm just waiting for it to do something. Like, do something good. Like this last episode that I watched, which was where they found the what was he, Viscount? Who was it? Viscount, wasn't he? That one was kind of a little bit different. Randomly got attacked and had a few people reveal who he was, the Star Sage, but it's like I need something else. Like, I need something. I don't know if I need like a middle plot line or something like that for them to really kind of focus on, or at least a direction to go. It just feels like it's all over the place and not really kind of getting a purpose to anything. Kind of all over the place, right? Yes, exactly, Duhalt. I'm watching it. It's kind of... I do like the recreator style vibe to it, though. I really do, and that's why I want it to work. Well, yes, the initial draw for me is obviously Kantaku's artwork. I love his design of his female characters are super freaking cute. Like, he's amazing. Which, by the way, Peter of J-List, if you're listening to this, or if somebody tells him, where's my Kantaku art books? Still has, it's been like we're going on a year and a half, and he still has yet to send me those books. What's up, Web Gaming? But yeah, his artwork's great. I love his artwork, and so that's my initial draw to this series. But what still has me really hooked is the fact that it's got that recreators vibe. It's just like every genre all smashed into one. It's like a weird anime gumbo. Now there's evil magical girls. I haven't got to evil magical girls yet. Shh, no spoilers. But I heard from somebody that they had like an excuse to bring in more cute girls, and I'm like, yes, exactly. That's what I want. Yeah, Sasaki MP. I seen the one magical girl, but I wasn't sure if she was a good girl or not. But that's all I've seen so far. S, you can't tell me it's not S. I just did. I put it in B. Yes, Recreator is amazing. Recreator is an easy S for me. It's a fantastic series. I know people had the issue with the ending, but I loved it. Plus, you have violinist, unlimited violinist blade works going on with that series. He got told. All right, Dungeon Meshi. I want to put S. I can put it in S. My issues with it's not enough to bump it out of S. I think it's great. I think it's got better storytelling in a cooking show than most shows. But I think that's why I like it, is because it's a cooking show, but the cooking is not too much of a focus, which for me, it being a focus is a killer for me because I hate foodie shows. I still zone out whenever cooking's happening and they're over explaining food. I will admit that, but like everything else outside of it's really good. You'll grow more and more, so don't be afraid. What is growing? Dungeon Meshi is growing more and more. S tier ecosystem. It's like literally like Made in Abyss like levels of like dungeon oddities and stuff, which I do love. Yes, the elf is literally what makes the show. Marcel, whatever her name is. Didn't like the armor cooking? No. I mean, it was clever, but not the cooking, no. Like the idea of the armor itself and how it can be cooked is clever, but no, the cooking itself is just like, okay, they're making clams. I don't care. Like, I don't care to watch people make clams. If I wanted that, I'll go watch a cooking show. But I don't watch cooking shows for that reason. The last one I watched was the Orcs, which, by the way, massive gut-wrenching revenge begets revenge discrimination in a random cooking show in a dungeon fantasy show. The Witch and the Beast. I think I'm going to keep it an A for right now. I heard the last episode's super good. And if it's as good as what Earthly is saying it is good, it might bump it up to S for me. But I'm feeling it. I agree with him in the idea that I don't like the 2-episode arc thing that they're doing. But it's not ruining it for me. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like the build up and then the conclusion, the build up and the conclusion, which I kind of expected it to kind of be that episodic. I just don't want that to be the formula, because then I'll know that everything gets solved in 2 episodes. So I'm hoping they'll kind of change that up at some point. That way, that's not my expectation. It's kind of like the NCIS issue. When you watch an NCIS show and then somebody gets arrested within the first 5 minutes, you know they're not the bad guy. You know that they're going to be the false flag. They're going to be not the right person. It's always like at the later part of it when they finally arrest somebody, oh, that's the person. So I hope that it doesn't become predictable like that. But no, it's got a very interesting world and everything. I like the feel of it. It's not quite Witch Hunter Robin that I want, but it's getting there. The beginning is always episodic. Is it? Or just for this series? Red herrings are annoying. It's good when I'm watching it, but I hardly feel motivated to watch it. I mean, you're not wrong. There is a side of me that kind of wants to agree with you there. Like, I haven't watched the recent episode. I didn't go out of my way to go watch it. Like, today I went out of my way to watch Weakest Tamer before I got on here. That's part of why I was late, is because I had to watch Weakest Tamer. I mean, there's only 6 episodes so far, so might not be the formula. I mean, yeah. And everything here can switch, obviously. Undead Unlucky. I don't like where it's going, but I'm gonna hope that it's not gonna be bad. I'll put an S. I don't like where it's going, but I hope that they do something good with it. Like, I hate infighting arcs. I hate infighting arcs. There may be something really good with this whole other group and the apocalypse thing, but I really like it. I just love the chemistry of the characters. It's so much fun. Got like an actual really good Ria Kajimiya role that was actually given to her, and she was super cute, untouchable, whatever. More like the recap of Undead Lanuk. If you don't like where it's going, don't worry. They'll flash back to the earlier parts of the show. They'll flash back to it. Like, they're just going to go back to the old style. I'm impressed you remember the anime titles from the thumbnail. I only recognize a few. This is what I do for a living, so I hope I can recognize them. Now, characters. Whenever I do, I'll probably do the best girl next week, maybe. I think I usually try to go 7 or 8 episodes before I do best girls, but that's where I challenge myself to remember names. Recaps piss me off. It's almost enough to make me dump Spy Family. Dude, yes. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Oh, yes. They're getting long. Yes, I agree. I hate recaps. It's a total shonen thing, and it's like, please stop. Anyways. Frieren, is there a question? Is there a question? I'm probably going to put in B. I don't like this new arc. The whole... I said it back when they first started getting into the exam stuff. Please don't. Like, they went to the whole stupid exam stuff. I hate school arcs, exam arcs, tournament/arcs. And it has slowed it down a lot. I think Frieren was better when it was all about the characters, their inner feelings, the travel itself, the journey itself, recalling memories. This whole, like, now we're in a bubble and we're screwing around kind of thing. It came to, like, a halt. So, yeah, obviously I'm joking. Obviously I'm joking. At least I got a couple of you. At least I got a couple chatters. Yeah, this episode definitely went back to that whole like, let's just chill and have fun and watch Fern sulk for a little bit. No, Fern's obviously, like, an amazing series. I'm loving it. Is it still, like, top of Mal? Like a week ago, it was still up there. Yep, it's still number 1 on Mal. How much longer is that gonna how much longer is that gonna last, I wonder? Do you think it's because it's actually, I mean, because what was the other one? Oshinoko, wasn't Oshinoko the one that actually started the controversy with no, it was Fruits Basket, right? Fruits Basket was like the first one to, like, overtake Brotherhood. And then it got, like, review bombed. And they said they fixed the review bomb issue, but then it didn't go back, so that obviously tells you that they didn't fix the review bomb issue. What a great thing when your company, like, aggregates scores and has a ranking system, and then you have review bombing happening because something passed another show. Literally everybody says that it got review bombed because it went literally down within a day. They say they fixed the issue and they're preventing review bombing from happening, but yet it was not put back at number 1. So that tells me that whatever you fixed did not fix the review bombing. But no, what else? Kaguya-sama Love is War, I think, also passed it. Was it Interspecies Reviewers? No. That was a joke thing, wasn't it? Because didn't, what's his face do that? No, like, the actual review bombing was Fruits Basket. It won, and they did not like that. The Interspecies Reviewer thing was people just doing that on the side. Which was it before then? Okay, maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe you are right. I watched Carol and Tuesday. Yes, it's amazing. It's kind of meh. Yeah. I mean, if you don't like the... It wasn't really the music so much for me, but the music is good in my opinion. Yes, Fullmetal Alchemist is really good. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. It's not my favorite show, but it's a 10 out of 10 show for me. Like, it's perfect pacing and everything. It's just not a favorite. Gintama final movie, Fruits Basket. I mean, the problem that Mal has, and it's always had, and I don't think it's ever going to change, is that they separate seasons. Because if you think about it, if a show comes out, a season 1 of a show, say, okay, Solo Leveling comes out, and everybody scores it. It gets like a 7.5. What is it at right now? I'm curious. So Solo Leveling comes out. People like it, they don't like it, whatever. It gets like a 7.5. Now season 2 comes out, and it's got a new listing. And everybody that watched the first season that didn't like it and rated it a 3 aren't going to watch the second season, right? The only people that are going to watch the second season are people that like the show and want to see more of it. So they're obviously going to be more lean towards positive. And that's always what's happening with them. That's why Fruits Basket was so high. It was just nothing but people that watched, 100 episodes of that series actually got to score it. So it messes... Yeah, it's not mal-exclusive. I understand that. It's at 8.4 right now. That's not bad. But that's always kind of what happens. And Gintama is like a prime example of that, because it's been around for so long. Which is weird. One Piece? Doesn't One Piece only have one listing besides movies? So literally, it's like its entire lifespan is all in one ranking. But yet things like Bleach is always going to have a different listing. Fairy Tail is always different listings. Yeah. 1999 is when it started. That's crazy. Blame Gintama for having multiple reboots in production. One of these days I'll watch Gintama. Gintama is like my biggest stain as an anime fan. Like I don't even consider JoJo's Bizarre Adventure a stain, because I probably will never watch that show, unfortunately. But Gintama is my biggest stain. Thankfully, One Piece is getting a new adaptation. I'll watch that, so that won't be a stain anymore. Wizard. No, the Wizard's a 30-year-old virgin in this season. Which I watched like 5 minutes of that and was like, that's not for me. Love Gintama. And to watch Fruits Basket, it's good. I will say the reboot's much better than the old one. Obviously because it's more to the manga. But it does drag. There is a point in the later seasons where it just kind of repeats itself. I never watched JoJo. Sorry for everybody in the chat that's heard this story 50 times. And it's not really a story. I've seen enough JoJo fans that I don't want to become a JoJo fan. That's all I'll say. I don't want to be that guy that goes, it's a JoJo reference, and yells at everybody to watch JoJo. The fandom of JoJo has made me not want to watch JoJo. Fair. Okay. At least that makes sense. But no, I just from the outside looking in, I know it's probably really good. It's just I don't want to be a JoJo fan. So if you're a JoJo fan in the chat, please don't say that things are references as I'm talking about things. So you're all the good JoJo fans. I've run into too many bad JoJo fans. Urusei Yatsura, this season's been a lot better than the old season. I was not liking how the first, and it might just be like my different feelings right now for an old style ecchi removed comedy, but this new season of Urusei has been a lot better. Like last season of was it 2022? Because it didn't start in fall of 2022. Urusei Yatsura reboot, I'll just call it that. Urusei Yatsura reboot, the first season was like, I don't know, it just wasn't working for me. It was missing the ecchi, and I was really kind of ranking it based on nostalgia. But this season I can honestly like comfortably say that I'm really loving it, so. Yeah, for those who don't know, Urusei Yatsura it's not like a super heavy ecchi show, but I mean the creator is okay with showing things. Like they made Ranma. They're okay with showing things. Like the top comes off, it just comes off. That's just how the writer is. The mangaka. And it's not as if Urusei Yatsura was always like heavy ecchi, but there was a lot of comedy around that. And I felt like this new version's like the kid pull version. Like they just want to make it super kid friendly, which kind of kills a lot of the humor, so it kind of feels much more stale, I guess. I can see Spice and Wolf hitting the top of Mal. The remake. I'm gonna say no. As much as I love Spice and Wolf, as much as I have the entire light novel, as much as I've read like 4 volumes of it, as much as I adored the first season, or the first make of it. I don't think it will. I think there's a very dedicated fandom to Spice and Wolf, but I don't think it's a popular series. I'm just setting people's setting people's expectations. I'm not saying that it's a bad show or anything. I'm just setting people's expectations. I don't think it's as popular as people think it is. I believe that Spice and Wolf has a passionate niche audience. I want it to be extremely successful. I hope it is. But I don't think it is as popular as people think it is. Spice and Wolf remake will be fully adapted. If they fully adapt the light novels. I'm about to say, what news do you guys? I read full adaptation. I'm like, what? Source, please. Source, please. Okay, let's continue. Ghetto House. Could see it being if there's. It's not likely. No, I hope it's a full adaptation. There's no reason for them to reboot. There's no reason for them to re-adapt it if they're not going to do more. Will they do a full adaptation? I don't think so. I think if they were gonna do a full adaptation, I think somebody would have whispered something already. Because usually a full adaptation, you'll know pretty quickly. Like Fruits Basket, it was in the agreement. It had to be a full adaptation. Mushoku, they made a studio and said they want to do a full adaptation. Now again, I always tell people, it does not mean that they will do a full adaptation of Mushoku. It's just that they want to. If you ever start watching an anime as a job, how many episodes before you dropped? Well, we were doing the podcast, and I was still watching pretty much everything. So this isn't new for me. It just, as a YouTube content creator versus a podcaster, it takes much more time to create content than I was when I was doing podcasts. Hokkaido Gals. It's like a low A, high B. Low A, high B. Like, I think it's much better than most of the, like, perfect waifu shows, Garu shows. It's got a lot more heart there. Like, I love the main character girl. Like, the main girl, she's super... I love her story so far. I love her personality. They're definitely selling her as a character, not just... obviously a hot gal. But it's like everything around that I don't care for. I don't care for the main character guy. I don't care for the second girl they introduced. Everything else has kind of been blah for it. Really interested for when we start talking about Buchigiri. Woof. Her personality, her plot is great. Okay, she got very great plot. The joke's there, I'm sorry. The Switch games, the Spice and Wolf, had the first voice of Yuri appearing. Not sure that is, so I'm sure that's later on in it. When it wouldn't make sense for them to remake it if they aren't doing more. That would be sad if it doesn't happen. Yeah, could you imagine if they actually just adapt the same volumes again? They even skipped the volume 2. Like they did, what was it, 1, 2, and 4 they adapted last time? Why say they did the same exact thing and just make everybody mad? I'm sure they're just testing the waters. They're probably doing the first season and they'll probably like test the waters and see if they want to do something else. Not sure why they're making it. That's standard fare though, unfortunately. That's always standard fare. Having watched it yet, I probably won't watch it. I don't care for Banish from the Hero Party. The first season, the only thing I liked about the first season was the sister. I thought her story was actually very interesting. Other than that, the show was just not good, in my opinion. Just for me, no. Make it 3 episodes beginning and then volume 3. There's still a chance. I mean, you obviously see scenes in there of them like doing even the first trade and everything. But could you imagine if they did like just a reintroduction, like the first episode, and then it skips to where they left off with the first season? It was never a remake to begin with. They're actually just gonna continue on this series. I wouldn't like that just because of how different it looks. That would suck. Since they changed the art style so much, they have to redo the whole thing. Mercy to Doom, good for Spice Mob. Oh yeah, like I said, it's got a dedicated fandom, but it's not popular. It's got a dedicated niche to it, but it's not popular. Not sure what the translate to viewerships at all. You enjoy season 2 for that, since she's a bigger focus for season 2. I would assume that based on the OP. The OP showing all sorts of positions and fetishes for her. Weakest tamer. What is people's guess on where weakest tamer goes in Andrew's list? I'm curious what people think my opinion is on that one. Have you done a video or a podcast episode on shows that had banger first episodes and fell off? Like an actual like list or something like that? No. I want to say that we've done a podcast talking about like most disappointing shows. Every year we do a most disappointed category for our deliberations. Let me think off the top of my head if there's anything that I can think about. That would take me some time to think about, but that would be a fun list though. Shows that fell off. Top 10 shows that fell off. Weakest Tamer is quite good. An A, sleeper A. I wish I was a sister was even more of a focus. That obviously not regarding that. A, low A, high B. A. Yeah, 16-bit sensation. There you go. There's a good one. Thank you, Key. 16-bit sensation, another layer. Great first episode. Rest of the show was... I mean, the second episode was okay. But yeah, that fell off. That fell off. That one in Helk. After like 4 or 5 episodes of Helk, that just kind of kept going downhill, unfortunately. Weakest tamer for me right now is AS. A's fair though. A is fair though. Admittedly, it's not doing like anything super incredible, but for the first few episodes I have, I'm hooked. Oshinoko, get out of here. Get out of here. You're one of them people. Get out of here. It was good in the first episode. The rest was garbage. Get out of here. I'm just kidding. Don't know about Weakest Tamer. Haven't watched it. You should watch it. If you like fantasy shows and just surviving, it's super good. It's tragic and wholesome at the same time, but it's super good so far. S is okay good. Classroom Elite might have to be on that fell off list, unfortunately. I would have to think about that because it's been so long since I watched the first like few episodes of that series, the first season. So I want to say that there was something that was pulling me along with the first season. I think that was the mystery around the main character. Then at some point I was like, oh, it's Lab Guy. Don't care. It seems like it's Lab Guy. I don't know if it's ever been confirmed yet. Okay, shrug. S is okay good. Oh no. Probably the weirdest use of isekai I've seen. That is very true. Spirit Chronicles gave me a hint that they were doing this type of thing with the isekai, but then it just didn't. But this one's definitely a very unique way of doing the isekai. First season is great, so don't get me wrong. Classroom Elite, would always tell people the best way that I can describe my issue with this Classroom Elite is that it spends too much time explaining what they're gonna do with the tests, and they don't do anything. It's almost like the Liar Liar situation. Liar Liar had the same problem. It's like it spends too much time showing you the game, and the game doesn't do it. No Game No Life did that too, but I like the characters in No Game No Life, so it doesn't bother me as much. Spend too much time explaining the game, and you don't do the game. Why did you tell me the rules and what you're supposed to be doing, and nobody does it? It ends up turning into, how can we break the system? Which, yeah, I guess that can be clever, but it has to be clever for me to be okay with it. Like that whole boat, like in the second season, they were on the boat and they had this big old explanation about like each group and everything. And I'm sure that the light novel did much better in showing you that math and why it works so well. But in animated format, it just doesn't translate, I think. It's clearly, yeah, it was definitely more comical and making fun of it. Instant death ability. S tier Korane. it's S tier just for Korane. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Seiyu can't carry a show that much. I've had shows where Seiyus can carry it, like Spider So What, but that was still not a great show in the end. I'm stuck between B and C. I'm gonna drop it here this week. There's gonna be a lot of shows that I'm dropping after this week. I've been struggling to keep up with all those shows in order to do my list and everything, but this week there's gonna get some chopping. This week's gonna get some chopping for sure. I think I'm gonna put it in B. It's I don't know. I don't know. I see. I don't hate the show, but I there's something about it. I don't know. I keep watching it. There's something about it, but I can't explain why I think a lot of it's to do with because I like I do kind of like the chemistry between the main two characters. Mostly her and her reactions to everything, which her Seiyu's nailing it. But everything else just kind of sucks, and I'm not really getting the whole isekai parody thing from it the way I think it should be getting me. Is it worth picking up? No. 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 That's an easy answer for anybody. Should I watch? No. Don't watch it. There's a lot of monologues that are cut from the anime. It gives more context to the majority of the classroom of the lead characters. I can see that. It feels like there's so much out of it. I'm enjoying instant death. I'm not sure why. I can't stop watching it. See, you can't explain it either. See, don't. I just forced myself to admit it. Don't watch it. And that's why it's a C. I do enjoy it. I don't know why. See, Sabanasu, you don't. Okay, we're having a session here. We're having a instant death ability recovery session here. We're all going to admit we have step 1 of recovery is to admit that it's not a good show. Admit that it's not a good show in the chat. And then we go into stage 2, which is to stop watching instant death ability. just stop watching it. Just admit that it's not good and just stop watching it. Just joking, you can watch it. I'm probably gonna keep watching it. It's okay to like trash. No, it's not okay to like trash. Don't lie to yourself. If you like it, it's not trash. If it's trash and you don't like it, you don't like it. Just don't lie to yourself. It's not good. I watch it more than we're see, that's the thing, is that we're all gonna still watch it. And that's what makes us all sick. Anyways, just like the next show, Tele Wedding Rings. I haven't actually thought about this. David, stop. David, stop. Rag's not trash. No, Rag is trash. Rag is trash. The author is trash. It'll always be trash. Don't lie to yourself. Don't believe these content creators who tell you that your sub is gonna double. Don't believe them when they tell you that it's cool to like Rent a Girlfriend. Don't be a sheep and follow this narrative that Rent a Girlfriend is a trash can fire and we're all cooking our s'mores on it and loving it. Stop lying to yourself and stop watching Rent a Girlfriend. And I'll probably watch season 4 whenever it comes out, because you know it's gonna get a season 4. Of all the shows that I love and adore that don't get a second season, at least we have 4 damn seasons of Rent a Girlfriend. So we can see how the main character will continue to cuck himself in his own mind about Chizuru, who is literally the mangaka's favorite character in the entire world and probably worships in a little altar. Sorry, what are we talking about? Tele wedding rings. I haven't even thought about this. I have to explain my point of view here. I read the manga, at least most of it, and I stopped reading the manga because it's repetitive, and the main character is just as bad as the main character of Rent-A-Girlfriend, and he constantly says, no, well, I'm not gonna do that. He keeps giving the opportunity, and he keeps going, no, I can't do that. The show looks a lot better than I thought it was gonna be, and that's about all I can give the show. I'm going to see. I hate shows like this where it's trying to push that it wants to be H, but it's not. But the Edge is not that great. It's not that great. Drag is garbage, not trash. There's a difference. I'm sure there is. I have skipped wedding rings. I wasn't sure if I should give it a go. It's not. The best way that I've found to watch it is it's Blue Balls the anime. It's literally what it is. It's constantly these girls literally want to sleep with him. And he goes, but I don't want you to be forced into this. I don't want this to be like pushed or anything. We have to wait until it's the right moment. And they constantly are wanting him. We need to boost the 12 wedding rings because we need more opie and penny shots in anime. True. Sister Testament or something was the most H anime that isn't. Dude, I love Sister Testament. There you go. Why can't Sister Testament get another season, but Rent-A-Girlfriend gets another one? Isn't it funny how all the girls try to protect his chastity? No. You again. I'm reminding you of my bias. I read the manga for I don't know how many chapters, and it was that joke over and over again. So no, it's not funny anymore for me. It's the opposite of yes, exactly. Actually, yes, Mace, exactly. It's literally like Tele Wedding Rings is Peter Grill abstinence version. It's Peter Grill the it's Peter Grill like Blue Balls version. It literally is. Go watch Peter Grill if you like this show. Watch Peter Grill, not the second season. Second season Peter Grill looked like garbage, unfortunately. Yeah, Testament Sister New Devil's good. I like it. Don't shame me. Ishida, truth be told, Ecchi for season is Gushing or Magical Girl. My dude, Gushing or Magical Girl is thirsty as hell. That's what Gushing is. But no, see, this season's a good season of Ecchi. Like, but I would also say Chain Soldier is probably better Ecchi than Tele Wedding Rings. But like I said, the production quality of Wedding Rings surprised me because I figured it was going to look like garbage. But again, Chain Soldier was the same way. I thought it was going to look like garbage. Sister New Devil light novels are pure prawn. Ishida. I struggle with Ishida too because Ishida is one of those ones where like I love everything in it, but I kind of would like it to focus. But I've liked every single episode of it. I think the character writing's fantastic. The dragon CGI sucks. Do I think light novel? No, I don't think it's a light novel issue. I'd imagine the light novel's probably better. I think it's one of the best shows of the season so far. I'm enjoying it. If I get too many A's, if I get too many S's, I'll probably bump it down to A. But I'm enjoying it. Are the Ishura novels really thick? Are you serious? How many? I wonder how many volumes they're going through each episode, or how many chapters. Ishura put you to sleep every episode? How? How? Meanwhile, Ishura is the first anime in the simulcasts on Disney Plus in the US. I've only seen the first episode so far, but the setup is interesting. Can't lie. I just think it's I think it's got a very interesting world, and each of the characters are really interesting. And they're sort of finally starting to kind of tie the central plot together, which is this conflict between these two nations. But there's too many characters right now. And I'm starting to get very afraid. We're like 6 episodes now. I'm afraid that we're getting too many characters and that we're not really going to do anything with them. We're gonna spend this whole time introducing characters, not actually do anything with them. No, I caught with Shangri-La. No, I'm at episode 10. It got put on the back burner as I went into the new season. I'm not invested in the story. The world is interesting, but the story isn't. Right, I agree with that. I think the character stories are good. I think the character inductions are good. I think the mechanics in the world's good. The whole, like, post-Demon Lord thing. The creation of a self-proclaimed Demon Lord. But the plotline of the kingdoms and the finding the hero thing is like, what? Are we gonna do anything with this? we're like create this and we set this right here? Anyways, Sengoku Yoko. If you asked me last week, or let me perfectly blunt here. If you asked me earlier this morning, I would have been like, A, because I love this writer. And so my biases of the writer himself, the mangaka, would be pushing it up. Planet With specifically. I haven't read Biscuit Hammer. I watched the beginning of Biscuit Hammer. I flipped off. I did an internal in my own mind, flipping the bird of the studio, and then stopped watching it. Instead, I read the manga, and I haven't yet. Planet With is my reference. I love Planet With. And it's so great seeing a studio take care of his property. And then I watched the recent episode, and I'm pumped for this show. Like, I'm super pumped for this show. This recent episode was so freaking fantastic. Yes, partly because they introduced an Orsted-like character, but it was really like everything in that episode was so perfectly done. Like, presenting a new villain character, a threat, establishing the factions. The factions were already established, to be perfectly honest, but at least we have the story starting, I guess is the best way to put it. Because I think, like, the first few episodes, it just feels like it's introducing the characters, kind of like Ishura thing. But it didn't have a focus. Just we're going to be super friends and tell all the bad guys to stop being bad guys. But then the moment that like, the whole thing with the fight between the two Katawara/human hybrids, and then, yes, like, the whole thing with the Shogun assassination, Orsted showing up, like, crap suddenly hit the fan out of nowhere. Like, it just like, everything elevated. And yes, I was liking the presentation so far a lot, visually and everything. It's not footable, but it's par for the course for the studio. But I think, like, everything and how they portrayed that fight, and even before then, but, like, the sound of him, like, when he punches, and now they kind of had that dragon sound effect they kind of produced for that. Sounded super good. It was the sound design of that whole scene was super good. But yeah, I'm pumped for it now. Like my expectation level shot through the roof. Like, aside from the OP being, like, literally my favorite OP this season, it was good. Orsted level, definitely. Did I talk about Butareba finale yet? It was... Butareba finale was, like, very... I don't know. I'm still cooking on that one. I don't know. It was like, a part of me was like, wow, they actually committed that, and then I'm like, oh, never mind, they didn't. It kind of went from, okay, they committed it, to No, they're not. Two. Okay, that was super cheesy. Okay, whatever. Yeah, the episode finally happened. After a month, the episode finally happened. Apothecary Diaries, obviously, is going to be right up here. Right next to Frieren. I'm still loving it. I will admit, like, not this last episode, but, like, the previous 2 episodes were, like the whole, like, inheritance from the father to the craftsman sons and the... What was the other episode? They were very shrug episodes. But I love the later parts of him. This recent episode, I was like, okay, thank you. We're getting back into the good Apothecary Diaries. So I was happy that it kind of it got itself back on its feet. But I was kind of afraid for it for a minute there. Yeah, Mao was great. Yippee. Yippee. Was it fulfilling? No, I don't think so. Like, I think if I could talk to my... Here, I'll put it this way. If I could talk to my older self, I would tell myself, don't watch the last episode. It's kind of like the Wonder Egg priority situation. Don't watch the last episode. I don't think it's that good. Just in your head canon, just assume he just lives up in the castle. Just assume that's the end of the story. Or they're endlessly debating what he's gonna do. I don't know. You might like it. Apothecary Diaries lead character is Mao, but in part 2, I keep hearing, and I'm confused. I think it's just like a name they gave her, didn't it? Because she was kind of like shocked at the beginning. Jump to gushing. Just do it. No. Patience. I haven't watched the villain guy thing. I don't know that I will. I might give it an episode. I've seen a couple good things about it. I'm also more hyped to watch the 2-course series. Not really. I actually like split cores. I know that's crazy. I like split cores. But my main thing is that I want there to be a consistent release. Like do split core announcements and just keep like Urusei Yatsura. They announced very quickly they're gonna do all these episodes and just keep kind of stating them out. I don't have to have 2-core, multiple core type stuff, but I'll take them. I want more consistently, like, completing stories. I guess the main thing. I think a good season break is fine. I don't like Mushoku Tensei doing like winter and then a fall. I don't like 2 season gaps. Dr. Elise, I'm enjoying it a lot. I think it's a solid like A. I think it's a solid A. I'm getting too much stuff in A and S. I might start bumping things down. Let's see. I'll put Ishida in A. Solo coming down. There we go. We're going to start bumping things down as we get too much up here. Yeah, top heavy. I mean, that's a good thing, right? It's good to have a top heavy list. Can I start gushing now? We'll put this one off. Nobody wants to learn about gushing over Magic Girl. Metallic Rouge. Metallic Rouge. I'm just joking. D's looking pretty lonely. Do I have... Yeah, I have some D's coming up. Don't worry. D, there's gonna get some stuff put in the D here soon. Oh, that sounds bad. Oh, I just realized I don't have... I'm missing a show. I'm missing Bravern. Yeah, I don't have Bravern in here. I made this list like 2 weeks ago. I probably assumed I was gonna watch Bravern. I didn't watch Blue Exorcist. I still have not watched that. Bravern would probably be... What would Bravern be? I think Bravern's a solid A for me right now. I think Bravern's a solid A. Brave Bang Bravern is probably a solid A. No, Gushing Over Magical Girls. There. There you go. Right in the middle of A. Or S. Right in the middle of the S. Dude, I love how, like, absolutely disgusting my viewers are. This chat needs to be screenshotted. Just so that you all be put on a list. You're all disgusting. Subaru, don't lie to yourself. Where's Mashal? I'm not watching Mashal. I didn't even did I finish the first season? I finished the first season, didn't I? I think I finished the first season. Yeah, not watching it. It's just not my humor. The OP's a banger though. I love the OP's fantastic. That's about it. But yeah, I'm glad that I have cultivated so many disgusting individuals watching my content. That so many people said S in my chat. I'm very quickly questioning all of my life choices that I've managed to gather so many disgusting people. All for the sake that I can catch you all because I'm actually an agent. This entire channel has been cultivated for the sake of waiting for the moment that Gushing Over Magical Girls will be created. That way I can catch you all in the act. No, it's great. I love Gushing Over Magical Girls. I'm highly questioning how they're adapting it and how they're jumping all over the place. But I've only skimmed it. But not next episode, but like after next episode, I'm really hoping it gets into the arc that I'm thinking it gets into. And it's going to just be absolutely bonkers. I just don't think Asahi Productions is going to be able to handle it. I just legit do not think that Asahi Productions is going to be able to handle this show if it goes where it's going. Bravern's better than Gushing. I'm happy you like Bravern that much. I do like Bravern though. Gawa P. I mean, Gushing is totally wholesome. It is wholesome. I mean, it's about a girl, you know, coming out of her shell and being true to herself, right? I do like that aspect of the story. The literal. Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face long enough. The story of a girl who's a very much so an introvert. What were we calling it? What was it? Lewd Bochi the Rock or something like that? BDSM Bochi, that's what it was. BDSM Bochi. I can go with that joke. Bochi the Dom or something? Yeah, I can go with that one too. It's wholesome of a girl finding herself. You're in S&M scene. Yeah, but ANN said that it's not consensual, so it's bad show. Even though they're still covering it. I have not been keeping... I read the first impressions video that ANN did, and I meant to go back and read them weekly. It's like... I've never once in my life read an article where I literally feel like the guy is being forced to watch something. Like, ANN hates things like Gushing Over Magical Girl, and this poor writer in their group is like, I kind of assume they all kind of got together and played a game of poker or something like that to find out who was gonna get stuck having to watch that show, because they knew that it would be like good clicks every single week. And this one guy lost the game, and now he's forced to have to actually watch Gushing Over Magical Girl and talk about it. And I love it. At least Sentai isn't pulling a Funimation with Gushing. Like any other company getting that would have been sucky. Because I would assume they would probably dropped it at this point. I told people it was a good thing. As much as I feel for people that are outside the US, I do feel bad that some people can't watch it, but I'm glad that High Dive got it, just because I know that if Crunchyroll got it, it would probably have gotten the interspecies reviewers treatment. Like 2 episodes in, it just gets dropped. Because they're doing essentially the same thing with Gushing that they did with interspecies reviewers, where the adaptation's actually spicier than the actual source material. So waiting for that missing chapter. It's gonna be next episode. They totally titled the they titled the next episode the name of the character, so they have to do chapter 10 now, right? We're gonna get the boot scene. We're gonna get the boot scene. Just you all wait. But yeah, they do keep it for the last episode. That suck. Aiden's impressions are baffling since they clearly need to get one person that enjoys Ecchi. But that's the thing, is they don't want to like it. They don't want to approve of it. First episode, 2 episodes, some of the interaction between Utena and Vina had some impressions of gaslighting. Pretty much. He was forced to show reviews are chosen by members. That's right. That's kind of what I was expecting, is that they were going to do a vote and people were going to choose Gushing just to be mean to him. But you knew they were going to cover it just because of the clicks. Anyways, Metallic Rouge. Not being removed from it. They hate problematic anime. Yeah, to be specific, not really problematic, but things that have content in it that they don't want you to like. That's really what it is. He has a... Vina does have an... I would imagine they would probably have made one for it. That makes sense. But no, like, just... The thing is that the thing that I like about Gushing Over Magic Girl the most is, yeah, putting aside the ecchi thing and the absurdity of the ecchi itself, it is the descent into madness, and I think the Seiyu is doing an incredible job of it. But the descent into madness thing is what I kind of like the most. It's what I kind of like talking about every week whenever I actually cover the show. That is where I actually am talking about something interesting. And based on what I skimmed, I don't know the context, but based on what I've skimmed of the manga, trying to find those chapters all the way up to 31, it just gets nuts. Like the girls in that series get crazy. Like, I'm guessing the writer just loves the idea of, it's not like a Madoka Magica thing. Like Madoka Magica, obviously they're putting a lot more thought into it, and being less comical and over the top and just crazy. They get nuts. Like these chicks get crazy, and I want to see that. I want to see all that animated. So I do hope they get into the season, because I don't think we're gonna see enough of it. We need at least another season to see like all of it. So unless they start burning through chapters quickly, there's technically a chance that when they get into the action stuff, they might be able to burn through the chapters quicker. So anyways, Metallic Rouge. Hot take. I don't know if that's a hot take. I haven't really been keeping up on what people's opinions of the series is. Like it's literally in my list of I'm probably dropping. Like, I'm not dropping much, but I might drop it. It's got style, it's got music, it's got animation, it's got action, but it doesn't have anything else. It needs something to carry it, and a show can't be carried by those alone. What's up, Agenta? Hope you're doing well. Cheto, the $2. Thanks so much, man. Metallic Rouge S tier. I'm glad you like it. I'm really glad that you like it that much. But yeah, thanks for the $2, man. I appreciate it. It's a confusing mess for you. I don't really find it confusing. I mean, there is like the deeper plot lines could be a little more focused, but it's a basic, it's the whole like the AI rule kind of thing, the robot rules. It's literally the robot rules. Here is androids. Seemingly they were created by some aliens that showed up at some point because there was this other group they wanted to fight. But it's literally the robots with the rules, and some of them are breaking the rules. And they're hunting on the ones that break the rule. You can't harm humans, so we're gonna harm you because you harm humans. It's iRobot. it's another iRobot. I don't know if I need another iRobot. Now, unlike iRobot was the concept of the robots saving the humans from themselves, whereas this seems to be the idea of robots feeling that they should be able to, like, they want their rights, basically. The injections are hot. The hot injection scenes. I like the injection scenes. I mean, they're not as hot as the injection scenes in Gushing, but they're pretty hot. Pluto did it better. Pluto did a lot of things better. But yeah, Pluto. I don't know that Pluto's anywhere near the same concepts, but it is the idea of self-awareness. Sentienceness? I feel like the characters should be questioning their mission more, but they don't. Do that. The main girl, I don't remember. Rouge. Rouge is like. She's. There's like these brief. I will admit, there's a brief moment where she's like, I don't know if I like. Oh, chocolate. I don't care. Like, there's like these brief moments where it seems like she gives a crap, and then she's like, whatever, chocolate. Like, it's almost like she's a moe comedy character, but not really, in like a very serious show. Like, there's times where she wants to give a crap, and then she's like, no, never mind, I don't care. Maybe future speed running. Personality files are corrupted. I wonder if it's actually a story plot. It could be a plot line. It's like the first episode. I think the first episode is like the best example of the entire series so far. I do like the fact that what you get in episode 1 is what you're really getting in the rest of the series, because, I mean, besides the whole like persecution of them and everything they get into later on, but the first episode is a great example in the idea of how having single now they have been breaking this and going into 2-episode storylines, but having a single episode plot line does not work for a show like this, where it's trying to have a decent storyline to kind of go through. And the idea that they introduce a character, and that character wants to get out of the mob. She no longer wants to be a part of the bad guys. She wants to have a normal life and be a singer. And then Rose basically tricks her by going undercover, claims that it's not her that's the bad guy, but then kills her in the end. And you're supposed to feel bad? Nope. I can't feel bad when I've only seen her on the screen for like 30 seconds. I'm sorry. Like, you want me to be emotional about this chick that's been on the screen for... I mean, if you cut out the singing part. If you cut out that opening sequence where she's singing, she was on the screen for 30 seconds. No one's mentioned Ghost in the Shell. It's too old, Soul Taker. No, if you bring up if you try to compare anything to Ghost in the Shell, you're gonna get hunted down. That's what it is. Anyways, let's get back into good shows. Level 99, Villainous level 99. I love it. I need to bump something off the top again. I'm getting too toppy heavy again. Sorry, Undead. I like level 99 more than Undead. I'm sorry. Right now, I like Undead. I love level 99 more than Undead. I'm sorry. I just get a kick out of it. Every episode of level 99 I'm enjoying. Top of A, bottom of S. It's Nanahoshi the anime, yeah. I admit that a lot of my enjoyment is because the entire time I'm watching it, I'm thinking of her being Nanahoshi. Like, Nanahoshi got the good isekai this time, and she's actually got magical powers this time, and she doesn't want to go home. Well, I think she kind of wants to. I don't know if she wants to go home yet. Yeah, her Yadasu face. I call it the Yadasu face. Hey, you could just marry my son, Yadasu. Wait, that was too blunt. Maybe I shouldn't say it that bluntly. I get a huge kick out of Darkness. Yamela. Is it Yamela, right? Darkness is an easier name to say. She's just a lot of fun. I love her bluntness. I love that she doesn't give F's to anybody that wants to cause drama. She's just a lot of fun. And her Darkness. Darkness. I like that one too. Miss Darkness. Wouldn't mind if something bad happens to the princess. Wait, there's a princess? The princess? Is there a princess in the show? Did I miss a princess? Did I miss an episode? But no, though the prince, yeah, the prince can go. I was for a brief moment thinking the prince was gonna be a cool guy because he was telling her, no, she can't be the demon king. She's fine. And then like 2 seconds later, he's all being a jerk in the hallway. I'm like, oh gosh, he's being back to being a jerk. Like I for a minute thought that he was like gonna shape up. Like his parents talked to him. He's like, yeah, I guess she's a good person, okay. But no, he went right back to being a jerk. But no, the blowing the horn scenes just get me every time. It's like a joke that's never getting old. It's like stop blowing the stupid monster horn, and she keeps blowing it. I keep expecting them to say that they're all leveled up, like she's been power leveling them. I totally expect at some point they're going to go retest their levels, and all the regionals are going to be like level 10, at least level 10, just to show up that one guy that's been training his whole life. They can't escape the game's plot. Hopefully the plot gets to the point where they croak. Oh yeah, and that was kind of my prediction, like early on. I think in my first impressions video, I said that I bet you what's going to happen is because she said she's in there and the welcoming ceremony, she's in there and she needs help. Because she did that, they're doting on her, and so she's never going to level up. And so it's going to force Yamila to actually have to fight the Demon Lord. Okay, I'm running the horn now. No, don't blow the horn. I love the horn thing. It's so funny. Anyways, yeah, I love that show. I really do. It's literally my S tier list right here is turning in all the shows that I watch on a weekly basis. Is there something else that's gonna go up there? There is something else that's gonna go up there. I might bump down Dungeon Meshi because that is one that I don't necessarily rush to watch every week, but I do really enjoy. It's a good season. It's a good season. High card. I'm not feeling this season at all. I really am not. I'm putting C. I might get like a low B, high C. I might put it up here and bring down Chained. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna put it low B and bring Unchained down. Or Chained down. Yeah, high card, I actually enjoyed the first season. And I think the second season is probably... It's still good, but I feel like it's lost its charm. Like season 2 of High Card has... Season 1 of High Card is a charming show. It is just a charming show. It's fun. The characters are fun. Season 2 is like... It's like they're still stuck in like this wannabe dark set where everybody's kind of gloomy. And then you have this whole situation where somebody comes in and steals the cards, and it was like... That was the stupidest steal I've ever seen. Like, I know the power is deception, but that was like the most stupid decision I've ever seen. Oh, it's you. Okay, so you want the cards? All right, let's go get the cards from the safe. Like, really? Anyways. Dances, angel dances. Ew, it hurts. It hurts. I don't want to, but I have to. It's just... None of it's working. Like, Angels is kind of technically one of the ones that I was looking forward to the most. Like, the PV for the show looked good. But it's just, it's not working. Like, none of this show is working. She is cute. But it is such a dry and overused series or comedy routine.
and none of it feels unique. Like the only time I laughed at the entire first like 4 or 5 episodes is when she does the whole like falling down the stairs thing, because she legit runs across the walls just so that she can get there in time. And they kind of do that whole thing where he, you know, flips and dips and catches her perfectly. But like the rest of the show is just like the whole thing with Nao Toyama over here, like random Nao Toyama, which I love to death, which hurts me even more that I put this here. Nao Toyama comes out of nowhere as like this character that's nasty, and then they get into her story, and it's like, why are we doing this right now? Just none of the show's working. Like the comedy's just is so overused. The tropes are overused. It doesn't do anything unique. I don't know. It sucks. Yeah, they even have Ria Kajima in there. It sucks. Anyways. I just didn't find it funny. Yeah, it's just not funny, unfortunately. It's not ecchi, but it feels like it should be. That is... I kind of agree with that. It's kind of like Liar Liar. Liar Liar technically should have probably been an ecchi show. Butchigiri. Kind of didn't want to have to do that either. I don't. It's got great animation. It's got some fun characters in there, but nothing else works for me. And I kind of assumed that was going to be the case coming into the season. When I seen the PVs for it, I was like, the PV itself was kind of giving me like old school Rumble. Those old, like back in the day, there used to be like so many of these kind of school fighting shows. And I kind of got that vibe coming into it. But the comedy's not for me. And just the writing itself isn't working for me. Like the whole plot line is a dude wants to lose his virginity. And they have to tell that joke over and over again. Like the main character's, the whole driving force for the main character is avoid my old childhood friend because obviously something happened that I don't want to be around that childhood friend anymore. But instead of actually interacting with my childhood friend who seems like he really likes me, instead of interacting with my childhood friend who really likes me, I'm just going to constantly want to dip my stick in something. Oh, there's the girl. She obviously hates my guts, but I really want to dip my stick in something. So I'm going to follow her around and do whatever she says for the next, I don't know, what, 12 episodes? It's just, there's a couple parts of it where I did find it charming and fun, but overall, it's just not, it's not doing it for me personally. He's getting all the guys punching them. You don't understand why they do that. He never specify with whom. That's true. That is true. He's just kind of what... He's like many kids his age who's trying to get rid of the V card. He just... Whatever I can stick it in, I'll stick it in. I enjoy the fight animation. The animation is good. I'm not going to deny that. The animation is good. I'm not even going to argue. Mappa's starting to fall, and this is the result of it. I'm just surprised. I think it's so funny because I think like most the anime fandom doesn't know that Mappa's doing this show. like if you ask people how's everybody liking this show, they're gonna be like, never heard of it. And you're like, but Mappa's doing it, and they're like, holy crap! I bet the animators are being overworked right now. Let's start talking about this show. like Jujutsu Kaisen's airing, and everybody's freaking out about how the animators are dying, and then it goes away. And then crickets. Then Hell's Paradise comes out and everybody's like crickets. Then Jujutsu Kaisen comes back and everybody freaks out about the animators and how they're overworking them. And then it goes away and crickets. And then Butchigiri comes out and crickets. It's like whenever it's not Jujutsu Kaisen, nobody cares about what's happening at Mappa. So maybe they needed to just rename Jujutsu Kaisen to something else, and then nobody will talk about how bad Mappa is. That's what made me watch it. I think that's why most people that are not like hyper Jujutsu Kaisen fans are gonna watch it for. A bunch of guys beating the crap out of each other while proving misogyny is still alive. Who wrote? Was that from A&N or something? This guy called Scott Fraser, working on anime industry. He was working on Butchigiri 3, not credited, and his take on the series was that, okay, I missed the first part. Oh gosh. That it's always great every now and then I'll be reminded that somebody always takes things more serious than I do. Yeah, I can see Skate Infinity fans liking it. It's right. It's kind of the same. It's the same style and everything. Skate Infinity was that's a good example of one that I think starts really good. I think the first few episodes of Skate Infinity are super good. And then it just kind of just does this for me, unfortunately. Yeah, his mom is the best. Like, his mom doesn't care if it's a boy or a girl. She just wants to know that he's thirsting something. It's Aladdin? Are you serious? I wasn't getting that vibe, but I'm joking. I wasn't getting Aladdin vibes at all. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you. Pon no Michi, the show with more auto-tuning in its OP than... I don't know where I'm going with this joke. It's got a lot of auto-tuning. And it's not great. It's not great. I wanted it to be just a bare minimums, cute girls doing cute things with some giggles and laughs here and then, and it just doesn't. It doesn't have it. This does not have it. No, it doesn't have an official sub. There was no licensing of it, at least in English. And there is a bad meme sub out there apparently that I avoided with the plague. It's boring, unfortunately. Gotta run, see y'all later, Genta. Take care. Happy Chinese New Year's to you too. Also 7 Titan Loop is S tier. We'll see. You'll have to still stick around in order to know, or check the video later. And yeah, I never watched Kaiji, so I don't get all the... There's like so many Kaiji jokes just based on their chins. Snack Barasu. I've only watched like an episode and a half. It's not my humor. If you like Rie Takahashi, you might want to check it out to see if you'll like it. But unless you're like a massive Rie Takahashi fan, I wouldn't even bother trying. Take care, Devin. Chivaston, what's up, man? Pondamichi is great just for the cute girls. It does have cute girls. I mean, literally, this is Chisato from Licorice Sequoia right here. Right here. But thanks for the 20, man. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Back from dinner, I actually like insta-kill. I find it funny that they take a few seconds to introduce the cute girl and then kill them off right away. Good comedy. I like the show where it introduces a cute character then kills them off. It's funny. Now we had a long debate on that one. It's like it's just weird, and we're all gonna watch it even though we don't like a lot of things about it. But I like Tanaka better. This is gonna be like the biggest shock for everybody I know. I don't think it takes over. Oh, Takana, okay. I was like, okay. I was like thinking it was like some weird like Rie Takahashi thing. It's Crystal. It fights with Frieren so bad for me right now, but it's like Frieren and Danger do their own things. But I will admit, like the last few episodes, if you just go based on the start of this core, Danger's is taken over. Like, it's so freaking good. S tier, top of S tier, SS tier, It's an odd style of humor for instant kill, but I like it. Yeah, I'm mixed on it. I called a cross-ange. I found this season boring. Woof. Woof, I can't agree, but you could have that opinion, bro. Just started season 1. Yeah, I always tell everybody, get at least the nose break. I tell everybody I'm not going to promise that Dangers is going to blow you away from episode 1 of season 1. Get to the nose break. And then from then on, I promise, unless you just, our tastes vary way too much, from then on, it keeps getting better. And it doesn't let up. And my gosh, like, this second season is just, it's freaking grabbing me and it's not wanting to let go. Like, it's shaking the hell out of me. I'm like, please stop. I need a moment to breathe. Like, every episode leaves me just blown away. It's crazy. I will admit, like, I love the music directing in the first season more than the second season. It's still the same musician, but I felt like his musical tracks in the first season were so much more heavy. But I still love the music. Dangers leaves me with smiling with every episode. The season has been a banger after banger. It is. I love when I have an episode like this last week's episode. I literally wanted to punch a wall. Like, I was so angry. It was a good thing. Like, it was a frustration because I'm like, boy, you don't have to fall back into it. You're falling back. You have it. Go. What are you doing? It's so frustrating. It's a sign of good writing when you get so frustrated by a character in a good way. Why did I do it popular in Japan for an entire year of 2023? Man, that would take forever. And I don't have any, like, most of the data tracks that I have are for season to season. So it would be very difficult to do. Like, all the sites that I have for pulling tracking information is based on season. Danger really gives me good feelings. I drag a friend into the first episode. He didn't care for the first episode. He loves it now. Okay, but I was about to say, you have to get to the nose break. I was about to say, tell your friend to get to the nose break. Yeah. This sounds so bad. You have to get to the nose break. Is the one of this season coming out? Is the one of this season? Is the one of the season? Anyways, yeah, I love Dangers. It's great. The writing's fantastic. The characters are amazing. Yamada is just the cutest thing ever. Ichikawa, I hurt for the bro. I want to support the bro, but man, the bro makes me angry sometimes, but that's a good thing. The kid's got no self-confidence whatsoever. There's a trend of balls heading to people's faces. Yes, that was that season, yes. When Dangers in My Heart came out, it was the season of balls in the faces. And I don't mean that type, so don't clip that. Definitely one of my favorites so far this season. I agree, it starts out rough, gets really good after the first couple episodes. Yeah. What is popular in Japan? I looked at it the other day for a brief moment. I do my video for most popular in Japan around the 8th episode, so about 2 more weeks now I'll probably do my video on it. What was it on the charts right now? God, I forget what was up there. I do know that Frieren is literally charting up in actual TV rankings. For those who don't know, when you look at like the actual television, cable television network listings, you never see the seasonal anime up there. You usually see like Doraemon, you see One Piece, but you don't see anything else. Frieren's up there. Frieren and Daigo. Frieren and Daigo are huge on just standard television, which makes sense because this is literally making the TV station for it. Was it Fuji TV? No, it's not Fuji TV. What's the station that Frieren's on? They made the anime block on it. God, I forget the name of it. It's owned by the studio. But anyways, it's huge success for them. No, it's not NHK. It's not NHK. Good guess, though. Yeah, Firefighter Daigo is really popular in Japan, so it doesn't shock me. Now, I know that, is it in TV? I know that, Firefire Doggo is obviously, this new season is based off of the original Firefire Doggo. Same writer. And the original Firefire Doggo was super huge. Yeah, Nippon TV. That's what stands out to me. Anyways, yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, go watch Dangers if you have not yet. If it doesn't work for you, I apologize, but it's amazing. I want to like it. I want to like it. The animation's incredible. The characters look so freaking fun. The characters are cute. They look funny. It's got a couple really good skits. I get maybe one chuckle every episode. But the formula doesn't work for me. I'm sorry that I want to love it so much. But it doesn't love me. But it doesn't love me. It looks so good too. It's got some super sweet moments. It's a C. I like it more than Wedding Rings. I'll put it C. Right next to Fluffy Paradise. It's super freaking cute. Yeah, Mau Mau's great in that one too. We have two shows with really cute Mau Maus. I watched one episode. It's cute. It is super cute. The animation is incredible. It's so formulaic. It's not funny. If you're like me, where you want to like it, but it's just not working because it's kind of formulaic, try Sleepy Princess. Sleepy Princess is such a great comparison to the show, but for me, Sleepy Princess is like so freaking good, dude. It is so freaking funny. Couldn't get past first episode, Torture Princess. I got at least the first. I'm like 4 or 5, but it got at some point where it's like I just don't care anymore. It's just the same thing. I'm so behind on this show and I hate it. But there's something in it that's really making me very hesitant if I want to rank it high because I think it's going to get melodramatic. It looks like it's gonna get melodramatic and I don't want it to because it started so good. Who's caught up on this show? Who's caught up on Sign of Affection? Tell me it doesn't get melodramatic. Tell me it's like, no, it doesn't. Like the whole love triangle thing, it just looks kind of like yeah, and I think no matter how like cringy the melodramatic love triangle is gonna be, I think she's still gonna carry it because I just want her to be happy. Yeah, that's I agree, JS. I'm not sold on him yet. On him, I'm happy for her and I want her to be happy. So if he keeps her happy, by all means. But I don't know if and when they're ever going to make it to where I kind of am rooting for him, I guess is the best way to put it. I wanted to like it, but I couldn't get hooked. There are like two characters that want to start drama, but they are avoiding it. Like the story is avoiding it, or the characters that can cause drama are avoiding the drama. You're ranking it C, then it's time for torture. Talking spirits. Thanks, what's the fan art? I hope you're doing well. It's cute. I just said I love everything about it. It just doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. But again, thanks so much for the support. I hope you're doing well. The character designs are what makes me massive turn off. Do the lips. The lips, I still am not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on the lips. The lips are too much for me. I understand again why they do the lips the way they do because they are emphasizing lip reading, and maybe that's like very important in the manga. I'm not sure how they would do it in the manga, honestly, but yeah, it's like there's so much depth. There's so much depth to those lips. It is barely a triangle. Well, yeah, it's obviously because the guy's a jerk and she's always seen him as a jerk, but it is one of those things of like, don't try, dude. Don't try. You've been You've been being a jerk to her for a long time. I forget what his name is. The other guy, the one that actually has no sign language and wants her to be cooped up. He's literally like a tsundere, but there's no signs of it actually being a properly done tsundere where you want to break the tsun. Like, he is the only tsundere in the entire world where you just don't care to break the tsun because they're so off-putting. Takasupira's not a fan of the lips. No, I'm not a fan of the fact of how flat the show looks. You're probably teasing me. To explain it, the show looks very flat. Like, there's no detailed depth to the faces, so it's a very flat style. But then the lips are like, it has like so much depth to it. It looks weird. Time for Torture Princess is a dumb show, but so damn funny. The way they got into the food descriptions and the nicest torture ever. Yeah, I do like that. Like I said, I want to love it. Everything about it I want to love, but it's the formula that I'm not for, being as it is. Have you watched Sleepy Princess? I'll be curious if you watched that and you like that one too. Not the only one who's having a rough time with the lips. Okay. Well, that's same for me. Thank you for backing me up. All right. Yeah, weird. I call this show Guilty Pleasure as Polar Bear Cub. The Polar Bear Cub was funny. I liked that one. That one got me too. Every time they introduce a character, I like their introduction. Mao Mao's introduction was great. The Bear Cub introduction, the cat girl, was great. The gamers, but I've liked all their introductions. It's just beyond that. It's like, okay, here comes the cat girl again. Oh, so she's gonna bring another animal in. Oh, is the paw? We'll touch the paw. Oh, okay. Well, here's the information. See, the introduction's good. It's just after that it doesn't work. The animation's too good for the animation's so freaking good. Torture Princess animation is incredible. And what did you take on people who waste their time watching at 2x speed? Might as well drop the show if it's that boring to you. I'm of two minds of it. It's obviously varies from show to show. I can argue that you can watch Gundam 79 at 2x speed, and you'll get the same experience as somebody that watched a long time ago at 1x speed, because the pacing's so dirt slow. I think some shows you can still get the same feeling of a show. I can't agree with 2x speed. I think 2x speed is too much. 1.5 I think is a sweet spot if you're going to speed it up. I've done it before. 1.5 speed, because if you go to 2x speed, I will say, because I've actually I've actually studied this. Scary enough, I know. At 1.5 speed, depending on your player, it will not alter too much the tone of the voices, the tempo of the music, and the play out of the story's pacing. Because I do agree that if you speed it up too fast, the characters' pitches will alter. You won't get the same emotion from the character's spoken word. The emotion of the scene will be lost to you because you won't get the feeling in the voices. The music's tempo is going to shift so much that it's going to turn into more of a fast-paced techno, and you're not going to get the feel of the music. And yeah, some people can read the subtitles fast enough that you're not going to miss out on that, but I think you're losing the emotion of the scene. Do I care that people watch 2x speed? No. Watch the show. It is your life. It is your time. Watch it however you want. If you don't like the show and you're watching it 2x speed so you can watch the show, if you get fulfillment out of that, do you? Will I feel that you get the same experience as anybody watching at 1x speed? No. 1.5 speed, maybe. I won't criticize somebody if they still hate a show watching at 1.5 speed. But if somebody hates a show after watching it 2x speed, I'm not going to take your opinion as well as somebody that watched it normally. Is that a good answer? I know these things. watch too much anime. I know these things. Gundam 2 times speed helps the show. It did. It does. It did. I watched that at 2 times. I watched it a long time ago, and then I rewatched it on Blu-ray, and I watched it at 2 speed. And I went back and forth between 1 and 2, and I was like, I can't not watch that as 2 speed because it's too slow. Kill Kill 1.7 Kill 0.75 speed might be an upgrade. Audio gets weird at 2 times. Yes, it does. I think a show at 14 speed is really bad. Okay. You could try. I think VLC works up to 8, I think, before it just completely cuts the audio. Or is it 4? It's 4 or 8 that it completely cuts the audio. I wonder that slowing down the reason why I'm kind of okay... I'm obviously okay with anybody watching a show however you want to because it's your time, your life. I am kind of okay with people watching at 2 times speed because I think a lot of people consume a lot of media that way. Podcasts, I don't watch YouTube videos at 1 time speed. I watched, in my spare time, I want to consume as much stuff as possible, so I will watch a lot of YouTube videos at 2 times speed. If they had a 3 times speed option, I would do it. So I think a lot of people are used to things being faster. I hope nobody watches my YouTube videos at 1 time speed because I'm probably so slow. Like, I proof watch my videos on YouTube at 2 times speed. And every now and then I listen to myself at 1 time speed and it drives me crazy. That's because I edit at 2 to 3 times speed. William, what's going on, man? $20. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the support. You're one of my favorite content creators. I'm just thankful that I finally got to actually catch a live stream of yours. Thanks to all you do. Thank you so much, William. I greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you're doing well. I'm sad that you joined us when I have like 4 more to do. Welcome to the live stream. I'm sad that you joined this late. Meanwhile, some extremely... Why does it take so long for you to notice that, Speechon? Like, she's like 5 minutes later, she's like, thank you. At least you get 2 thank yous. While watching at 1 time speed. Well, no, what you gotta do is you gotta click back to the start of the live and just do 2 times speed. People do that for the premieres. For the Mashoko Monday, they'll actually go back and they'll watch me at 2 times speed because they don't want to listen to me. Watch your videos on YouTube at 1 time speed. Well, I'm shocked, and I hope that I hope it's not that painful as it. I hope it's not as painful for you as it is for me. Do your own editing, yes. Hey, like, how the heck do you put videos out so fast? I work 24/7 basically. I literally do this 24/7. I'm mostly watching shows in the evening, and I'm recording and editing in the morning. She's counting the money. Okay, so back there, she gets the money from William, and she starts going through each of the bills and doing the the little counterfeit pin on marker on each one of them, making sure that William's not giving counterfeits. I appreciate it. For Chain Soldier during reward scenes, gotta slow it down. I would argue that a lot of people just kind of just like skip forward until those scenes come up. Andrew asked about anime specifically as that has more in the video compared to podcasts, which are audio only. Yeah, I agree. I understand that. My point was that I think because people, with things like TikTok and speed increasings on video content video players and whatnot, I think we're getting to a point now where people want information now, talk faster. I only have so much time in the day. Please give me the next word. Don't take so long. Like, example, my own experience in this stuff. Like I said, editing my own stuff. I hate playing at normal speed. Chris. For those that don't know, I have a podcast, Talking Spirit Anime Cast. And my co-host Chris, my brother, love him to death. But he has long pauses, and it drives me crazy. He listened to Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation, the web novel,
I think it was like text to speech on YouTube, like a robot voice at like 8 times speed, but he talks at 0.1 speed. My brother consumes everything podcast at least 5 times speed. If you ever hear him drive up in his car, you will hear his podcast in his car, and it literally sounds like chickmunks. But he can't talk that fast. He can't talk at 1 time speed. Anyway, I'm getting like a long tangent. I have a podcast. I know, right? Seismic. I know you're new to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you becoming a member. I always watch you at 1 time speed, but might try it faster. Don't do it. Don't. You'll pollute your mind like we all have. Have you ever heard of TikTok brain? Don't ever start TikTok because you'll get a TikTok brain. I avoid TikTok because of it. I avoid YouTube Shorts and TikTok because I don't want TikTok brain. I'm not watching the Wizard Show. I watched like 5 minutes of it and I was like, not me. I'm not watching this show. I kind of want to try it. Has anybody tried this show yet? It's the not Fruits Basket show. It looks kind of pretty. Cherry Magic is good BL series. I mean, it looked fine, but I just wasn't needing it right now, I guess. Oh, someone was saying that they have like 11 volumes of Mushoku Tensei audiobook out now. Is there? They just started it. There's no way they recorded that much already, unless it's like a bootleg. Is it already? Are they already up to 11 volumes of that now? It's a dark Kami-sama kiss. Okay, yeah, Kami-sama kiss technically fits better. Thank you. That technically does fit better. 7th time loop. Somebody confirmed that. I cannot believe they've done 11 of the Mushoku Tensei books yet. If they pass me, I'm gonna be sad. If they pass my Mushoku Monday, I'm gonna be sad. 7th time loop. It's kind of like right there with me with Villainous Level 99. But I kind of want something else in there. I'll put it right under Undead. 7th time loop I like. I like the premise. I like the setup. I like the main character. She's fantastic. But I need something. It's almost like I need something else. I need something else. S, fine. I just need something else. I don't know. I guess I have too many A's. I really like it, though. I really do like it. There's nothing really in there besides, like I said, I kind of need... I need something to happen. There's stuff happening, so don't get me wrong. It's just there's something else that it feels like I'm missing something, I guess is the best way to put it. There's indeed 11 audiobooks of Mushoku. Really? What are they? And they just started, like, what, last year? Are they doing once a month? Wasn't even thinking about watching that one. Might have to check it out. It's super good. I do like it. It's got a... This is a season of fantastic female leads, dude. Look at this. We have Frieren. We have Ivy. We have Mao. We have obviously Utena. No, I mean like pure story, not shenanigans. Let me start over. Frieren, Mao. We have I mean, yes, you can throw Ivy in there, but she's more of a kid. Yumila. Oh my gosh, is Elise right? This is Elise. Why am I blanking on the main... What's the... Was it Elise? Who's the 7th female lead? Holy crap, what's her name? Riche, thank you. Sorry, Riche. God, I feel bad now. Elise is fantastic. There's so many, good wrote female leads in this season. I like it. I'm not like one of those like I need powerful female characters or whatever. I just like characters that just feel so good. It was Rouge. How's changed shoulder as C? It's just not doing much for me besides like I want to see the rewards and laugh about it. Magenta and Kiwi best girls. I can't. I mean, Magenta's like too pure. But I like Kiwi and Sulfur. I want them to be tsundere, Yuri. I want Kiwi and Sulfur to tsundere. I'm not even gonna bother. Tank one. I've only watched an episode of it. It's just not working for me. No, I've watched 2 episodes. I think I've watched 2 episodes. Yeah, Utona's voice is fantastic. She is doing great. Because I think that's like her second role. Definitely her first main role. I'm a fan of Crimson. Still waiting for her lamp. I like Sulfur better. Sulfur's just a Spitfire. Well, I mean, both Kiwi and her are. Gekkai Elise is amazing. Korean manhwa adaptation, I would say. I mean, it's been solid so far. I really like it. And finally, our last one. I went longer than I thought I would. Utona's voice performance is like Komi's. Like Komi can't communicate. A lot of tangents. Yeah, that's totally my live stream. Sorry. Welcome to the live stream. But yeah, the last one, the most important one, is Isekai Onsen. Is anybody beside me watching Isekai Onsen? Is anybody going out of their way to try to find this show? We'll accept Nero Alice. Nero Alice must be protected. That's just plain and simple. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna play like this whole like I'm a DJ and thus this is perfect show. It's just a dumb advertisement. It's like a legit bare bones. Like it might as well be commercial 1, commercial 2, commercial 3. Don't even call them episodes. It's literally it's a commercial on a late night block for a light novel. In every episode consists of him yelling at a random cute girl to take their clothes off and get it in the onsen. We're not talking about deep storytelling. The comedy's barely even there. It doesn't look great. And yes, it went from an uncensored version from episode 1 and 2 to a censored version. And so it doesn't even have ecchi anymore. Like, there's more ecchi in literally every ecchi show here. Tell Wedding Rings has more ecchi. Yeah, this has more... Tell Wedding Rings has more nudity in it than this show. And this show's supposed to be nothing but nudity. So, yeah, it's Garbo. So watch this show if you want to hear Rusha get yelled at to take her clothes off. That's about all you're going to get from this show. That's what I was telling everybody. Like, if you like Rusha, the VTuber, watch Isekai Onsen just to get her yelled at. Well, that's just gross. It's exactly what it is. I'm not going to apologize for it. Also, you can hear the room of the seiyus. Yeah, the audio ain't that good recording. Like, even Rusha herself, when she was recording her lines, you can hear her, like I was going to do it for a second, then I don't want to bug you guys. You can hear her voice, like, hit the microphone. Like, it's just that puff noise. Not the greatest recordings. It's super budget. Like, it's super budget show. Like I said, it's literally it's a advertisement for the light novel. I just found out who does carry it, but decided against watching it. Oh, the censorship, not the yelling. No, I thought you were saying that's just gross because I was explaining the show is about a guy, a 40-year-old guy yelling at cute anime girls to take their clothes off. So she's eating the mic. No, she probably is just talking too close to the microphone, or
she's not used to recording on their particular type of equipment. I don't know. I mean, she could have recorded at her house. It could be directing. It could be closet recording, and she's not good at it. I mean, that's like the whole situation with Koi Kimo. Like, that dude sounded like he was literally recording off of his computer microphone. Again, I think that was around the time of COVID, so I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, the dude's a good performer. The guy that did the voice in Koi Kimo, he's a good performer. Like, his voice is solid. It's just the recording sucked. But yeah. It is what it is. I wanted to be better than it was, but it turned out as it was, so. Anyways, yeah, let's see if I move anything around. I usually like to order the S's. Like I said, these are interchangeable. They're both incredible for their own reasons. Apothecary right behind it. I'm gonna put Gushing above Weakest Tamer. I know I gave it my first before, but I'm gonna probably put it above Weakest Tamer. Sengoku, yeah. Yeah, I think all my S's are perfect where they're at. These are all good. Good. Yeah, I think that's solid. It's a good season. I'd recommend every S tier easy. And then A tier, obviously, Undead Unluck, because Undead Unluck honestly should be an S tier. I'd probably do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna take. These two are interchangeable. I'm gonna just put them both there. Why not both? Why not both? But these are all really good shows. Really good shows. And then A tier is like, if you have time, I would suggest them. And then beyond that, it's like all these from B on down are all just kind of or A on down is all shows that like, or B on down is all shows where it's like if you have more time, and not really going out of my way for any of them. We'll see how they kind of pan out. But that's kind of where I stand. The April Fool's poll, all S series list. Weakest Tamer can't compare to Esidim. I don't know. They're both. Okay, that was I'm not gonna tell that joke. I had a joke and I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother telling that joke. I'm not gonna bother telling that joke. They're both abusive in their own way. Just one is for positive and one's for negative. I guess that's the best way to tell that joke. I'm gonna leave it right there. Anyhow, I'm gonna call it there. I actually took longer than I thought I would, and I think that's because I was just kind of chatting. But again, like I said earlier, I will probably do a best girl tier list next week. We'll see, unless I can find something else to talk about. I could tell most people, if you have time and you know, the Discord links should be in the description. We have a submit questions channel there. If you have ideas for a tier list or a topic or something like that you'd want to cover on a live stream, I'll consider it. But probably do best girl next week. And like I said earlier, my plans are later this month to do a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth playthrough, because I'm super pumped for that series. So I'm probably going to stream that on Twitch though. But we'll see. But yeah, definitely appreciate you guys for dropping by. Again, thank you to Cheto, Chivistan, I hope I'm saying that right, What the Fan Art, and William. I definitely appreciate you guys for the super chats. Going to Discord now? Yes, please. Always hit me up over there. I'm always open to talk. But yeah, definitely appreciate you guys for dropping by, and y'all have a great rest of your night.